Have you heard? We're finna be covering more breaking news. What's going on in New York? Let's get to the content.
The chief of staff to New York City's former mayor, Eric Adams, pleaded not guilty in court today after being charged as part of a federal bribery scheme. According to the indictment, Frank Carone allegedly accepted more than $100,000 in bribes to steer a city contract for emergency housing for migrants to a hotel in Queens. Now, the city awarded the contract as a result of that.
So, former mayor of NYC, Eric Adams, his chief of staff, has been charged with bribery. He pled not guilty to federal corruption charges, but he's been charged with bribery for taking $100,000 and sending and steering migrants to a hotel. Let's get back to the content.
Migrant crisis that happened in New York when governors from southern states were sending busloads of undocumented people to Democrat-led states. Carone's attorney called the indictment weak and based on purely circumstantial evidence. Jonathan Dietz is covering this.
Frank Carone, one-time chief of staff to Mayor Adams, accused of taking $120,000 in cash payoffs. The FBI.
He's accused of taking $120,000 in cash payoffs. Wow. Corruption, huh? So they just do anything and just do anything to anybody for the money. They don't care who they step on, who they run over, who it affects, just as long as their pockets get lined with cash. Let's get back to the content. This is ridiculous.
I says in exchange, Carone abused his power at City Hall to corruptly push a migrant contract to a developer. Carone allegedly tried to help that businessman, Anthony Zhu, get $6.8 million in emergency city payments to rent out his hotel to house migrants.
See, he was trying to help someone get $6.8 million in emergency funds to use their hotel. Like, wow. Come on, man. $6.8 million to use their hotel to let migrants stay there.
Prosecutors say Zhu offered Carone $10,000 a month for a year, and the money was wired through Carone's brother, Anthony Carone. The Carone brothers attended past events at Zhu's mansion on Long Island.
The money was wired to Carone's brother. The Carone brothers, we should name them the Corrupt Brothers. The Carone brothers were both part of the scheme, part of the plot, part of the crime. So they both should be indicted on federal charges. The brothers. The brothers. And Eric Adams, where was you? Where was your brain? Where was your brain, excuse me? Where was your brain when these people were doing this? How are you watching, or what part did you play in it, if you played any part at all? Tell me what you think in the comments, people, about if you think former mayor Eric Adams had something to do with this illegal bribery scheme and these payouts that was being generated and passed around. Tell me what you think in the comments, people. Let's get back to the content.
The city had previously rejected Zhu's hotel as a shelter because it only had 75 rooms. Officials there had complained there are far bigger and better locations that could be used to house migrants. But prosecutors say Carone improperly used his power to order that businessman get the deal. The defendants pleading not guilty in Brooklyn federal.
Oh, so he used his official power, his seat in the Congress to demand this man get this money. So, come on, man. You can't do that. You just commit crimes under the color of law. Like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. That's why you in trouble now. You can't just abuse your power you can't abuse your power. Some people should not have the right to have access to this type of power because they don't know. They abuse it. They don't know. They abuse people with it. They abuse the power. So, I don't know. Let's get back to the content. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, people. Do you think these type of people, do you think they should monitor more people that they relinquish this type of power to? Do you think they should do a better background check, a better family check on people that they relinquish this type of power to? Let me know in the comments, people, what you think.
Court, defense lawyer Arthur Idella called the indictment, quote, purely circumstantial, and that Carone looks forward to getting a quick acquittal. The charges against Carone come after Mayor Adams himself was previously charged with corruption-related counts. The Trump...
Oh, so the former mayor, Eric Adams, he was also charged with corruption. So his whole team, his whole regime was corrupt. He was corrupt. His chief of staff was corrupt. His chief of staff's brother was corrupt. Like, everybody was corrupt. It was just constant corruption. Just one big ball of corruption in New York City, huh? Let's get back to the content.
Justice Department later dropped that case. But you'll remember, controversy swirled as whether there was any deal between the Adams administration and Trump's DOJ to dismiss that case in exchange for the city's help with immigration enforcement. Adams and DOJ.
Oh, so they're saying they teamed up with Trump's DOJ to get that charge dismissed in exchange. So they're bargaining. They're bargaining. Instead of getting in trouble for crimes, you can bargain your way out. Wow, this is new. You can bargain your way out. I'll give you this if you don't take me to jail. If you don't take me to jail, I'll help you get the city this or that. Or we'll drop the charges if you help us get the city this other money or this other things that we're trying to get approved for the city to get. So yeah, it's two people are abusing their power from the top and the bottom. So all the way through, people are abusing their power. People shouldn't have this much power.
They both have denied any impropriety. Additional corruption-related investigations into the Adams administration ongoing. Today, there were court-authorized searches of 4 current and former leading NYPD officials. Former Chief of Department Jeffrey Maddrey had his Queens home searched again. Maddrey in the past has denied any wrongdoing.
They didn't went in Maddrey's house again. His Queens home has been searched. Yeah, Maddrey, I don't know what you hiding. They think you're hiding something. They keep coming up in your place of residence and doing searches and trying to find something. So obviously they think you're hiding something. So far, you're doing a good job at hiding it if you are hiding something, because you haven't been caught with anything yet, but they keep running these searches on you. So eventually, if you do have something, they'll wait till you get comfortable and catch you.
About an overtime for sex matter with an underling and a former NYPD spokesman today had his phone seized by federal agents. And the NYPD and Fed seen searching the Manhattan home of a current assistant chief as well as a lieutenant. No.
What? A current assistant chief and a lieutenant of the NYPD? What is going on in New York? The whole law enforcement, all the agents in law enforcement and people in Congress are corrupt? What is going on? What type of background checks are they doing and why are they hiring these people? Like, wow, you guys hired a whole corrupt regime? Wow.
None of the officers today face any criminal charges. NYPD Commissioner Tisch promising a thorough investigation into any past or ongoing wrongdoing. Tom?
They always promising an investigation on any past and wrongdoing, but will the investigation be made public, or will the investigation be edited and doctored up before the public gets to hear about it? Let me know what you think in the comments, people. Every time it's something to do in law enforcement, the first thing they say is we're doing an investigation. Yeah, you're always doing an investigation. You should have been investigating these people from the beginning because they are corrupt. So you should have been doing that investigation first. Tell me what you think, people, in the comments.
Jonathan Deans to New York, thank you.
We thank you for
Yeah. We're going to conclude this video here. Once again, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.